Hey, yo, everybody. Welcome back to another great episode of Stages Podcast, the podcast that bridges the generational gap between baby boomers, millennials, and everybody in between. I am Mary. I am the boomer of the group.
I'm Lorena. I am a millennial.
I'm Zach. I'm the producer.
Generation producer. And today we are talking about, has social media changed travel? And when we were talking about this, we didn't I don't really know. So Mary said, has TikTok changed travel? And I just want to start it off by saying, Mary, what do you mean by that?
Yeah, I read an article about this, about how TikTok is really kind of changing the whole travel across the globe. And more so because it's more of a niche. It's not people that are being paid necessarily, but it's just ordinary people in their ordinary hometowns doing their own things, just walking down the street or feeding their cattle or things like that. It's a glimpse into their lives, into their own world. It's not paid advertisement. It's, nothing flashy. It is authentically what you see in that land.
Yes, actually, I didn't know what you meant, but yeah, I totally agree with that. That because TikTok is still like not so fully obviously influencer monetize. Like it's a little more candid and real in a way.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that is so true. Like there's a lot of niche people I follow. Like I follow this one guy in England that's like raises sheep and just like loves his sheep. And then I follow, this hilarious guy from Ireland that I feel like is super famous. His name is Tig Fleming. Do y'all know him? He's the Alexa, play Michael Bublé.
No,
I mean,
I don't know
oh god.
him.
Oh, he's so funny. But I think that it is like you see into little nooks and crannies of cultures and society that
Mm-hmm.
it's not like we don't run across it because it's not like curated, but then it's like so interesting. And also, actually, I graduated from Pace with a girl who was a dancer, and she actually sang in my band for a couple years in New York. But now she is like TikTok famous for basically being, that show Emily in Paris, but she's
Mm-hmm.
like Casey Burns in Italy. And she's like, just her boyfriend is an Italian chef, and they moved from New York over to there just a few months ago. And she's just documenting her journey, and she's like 500,000 followers. It's
Wow.
crazy. Yes.
Oh
Just
my
like all of
gosh.
her Italy experience, being an American in Italy, and they live in Florence, and it is she's so good though.
Oh.
I was like, holy, like she's made to do it. Like she has the perfect, like from doing musical theater, but then she loves adventure and travel. And yeah, I was like, dang, this is amazing. And also really cool because then you get to see also how other people experience their small adventure. But like she started, so genuinely. It wasn't like, she was going there with her boyfriend. It wasn't like, I'm going to be a famous travel vlogger. And,
Mm-hmm.
so that is so true. It's very cool how TikTok's doing that.
Wow. Oh my gosh. I totally want to
Yeah.
follow her because that sounds like a novel, even. Like, just
Yes. Yeah.
like an Italian chef. Are you kidding me? That is like my
Yeah.
dream.
Yeah. I
Don't
can.
let Norm know.
We can link her thing below. Casey Burns. She's killing it. It's doing really well.
Totally.
Yeah.
Is it Casey with a C or Casey with a K?
K. Yeah.
K. Okay.
KACIE. Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So.
and that's what they were saying in the article is like it's mostly just people being super authentic. And that's the difference between that and the gram is, the gram is people are paid and they show these, flashy shots and it's you know, that's what they were saying is kind of the difference between TikTok being more authentic and
Yeah.
Instagram being more just like kind of paid content.
Because I feel like, too, like, Instagram is a little more, you can so curate and falsify a lot of things in a photo, but
Mhm.
like it's like the feeling of TikTok travel. Like I love following people who live in a school bus or, are building out their vans or things, but they're just documenting just a very candid, like the process of adventure versus
Mhm.
Instagram is like, we're all going to go to this one same place in Greece and pose in front of this same building. And then you can look up that building and see everyone's curated, photoshopped, over edited like photos, and then those places become even 10 times more touristy than they were before, which
Mhm.
it has pros and cons for locals and travelers and things like that. So that is really actually interesting. I didn't even think about like how different the feeling of travel is on TikTok than Instagram.
Yeah.
Hmm.
To me, I get a
Yeah.
totally different vibe on that.
Mhm.
Yeah, Instagram really, like, I remember, like, I was looking at going to Vietnam when I was living in China, or Thailand, actually. And, there were different types of tours. And I thought this was interesting. Like, one of the tours that was being offered it was called, like, the Instagram tour.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
Well, and it's so funny. Like, if it was just called, like, the, beautiful places photogenic tour or something like that, like, no one would bat an eyelid. But, like, I mean, it's really just like, you know paying attention to the fact that, like, yeah, you're here for Instagram. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, if secondarily, if you can enjoy, like, living in, staying in the country while you're here, that's awesome. But, like, you're here for likes. Like, let's be real. Let's just cut the middleman. No
Yeah.
BS.
I feel like that's like such a huge thing on Airbnb now, the Airbnb
Mm,
experiences. Like any city has, have your photo taken on the Venice boardwalk or like downtown Fort Worth or what. Like it's just a way
yeah,
that photographers are capitalizing on high priced portrait sessions in very touristy places in their hometown.
yeah. Oh, that's what it's all
Wow.
about. And I feel all very much like I feel like TikTok and Instagram are like total opposites in that sense. I mean,
Yeah, I
like
agree.
Instagram really is like here's like one photo that just demonstrates how perfect my life is.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Ignore the Photoshop, ignore like the everything like that. This
Right.
is what my
All the filters. Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and whereas TikTok is kind of like, like here's how crappy my life is, like, whatever. This is like what my boring, like, except actually there is a lot of cool stuff on there, and it's interesting. It does
Yeah.
feel more genuine a lot of the time.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
like, today I looked at, Nurtouch's TikTok, her new one, her DC one, and, I mean, it was just so authentic, like, going to was it Call Your Mother Bagel Shop? And it looked
Yeah,
so good, I mean, it was just authentic, it was just, like, a really good bagel shop, and that's interesting, like, "Hey, when you're in DC, come to this bagel shop because it's really, really good." Um, that's cool.
we're excited about that one. She
Yeah.
just opened that account like she just opened that account like 3 days ago, and we worked on that video together, and it's at like 4,000 plus views now, like, and it
No,
just
it
got
is
like it's a
not.
brand new account. Yeah, it's pretty
Oh
exciting.
my gosh, I gotta check it out. That's amazing.
Are you serious?
Dang,
Wow.
Zach and Nurtouch. Killing
Yeah.
that TikTok game, boy.
Playing the
Totally.
game. But yeah,
Yeah.
I've also like listened to some podcasts and read some articles about this. Airbnb was one of the first ones that really started capitalizing on this. Like, instead of going to a hotel, like, go somewhere that's really photogenic and beautiful. And like you
Mhm.
said, I've never used Airbnb experiences, but I feel like it's very much curated for like exactly what you're talking about,
Oh
Lorena.
yeah.
Like getting snapshot, like all
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
photos.
Right?
Yeah.
And I mean, do
Like
you fully get to enjoy something like that? Or is it just like going from one photo op place to the other and not really
and then the
enjoying the
time it
culture?
takes. Yeah, I always wonder that like too. I just can't, like, the time it takes to edit a photo to look so above and beyond HD nicer than real life. You know what I like? Real life is beautiful with our own eyes, but then, a camera doesn't do it justice, so you have to edit it to make it more vibrant. And I just like the time. Then it sucks because you're traveling, but you have to be on your phone to edit a photo. But I guess I don't know if all those influencers just send their photo to somebody and hire them to edit it, and then. But I'm like, I just want to be fully engaged when I'm traveling or doing anything. Like,
Yeah.
in such a conundrum.
It is a conundrum.
But then I'm like, in retrospect, like Ross and I, just something. We went to NASCAR for the first time. Did I tell you all that?
No.
It was
No.
amazing. I'm like,
Did you go to the speedway?
Yes, it was awesome. And we took a picture, and I was like, oh, I should post this. But then I just never took the time to edit it and post it. And now it's been like 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm like, I wish it's like you have to stay so constantly involved with editing, and like Zach and Nurtouch know. But I'm like, how do you find the energy and will to do that? I don't understand.
Well, it's never too late to post. No one needs to know when you took that trip.
Yeah. I mean, if you ain't first, you're last. You know what I mean? To quote Ricky Bobby from Talladega Nights. And I wasn't first to post our NASCAR pic, so I guess I'm last. But anyway, yeah, I'll post it one of these days because that was a really great hometown adventure. So
you gotta totally post it.
Yeah. But yeah, I love seeing people's adventures on TikTok. I don't mind the overly curated Instagram, and I respect the work that people put in to do that. So
yeah,
we're wondering what you guys listening out there think of. Do you enjoy TikTok? Kind of a basic TikTok versus Instagram, and a special for travel content. Which do you go to? Which do you use as a resource? I'd be curious to learn that. So comment below. Let us know. Thanks for tuning in. This has been another episode of Stages. We'll see you next week.
Next week, guys.